Lately, we've been hearing a lot of news about conflict between Iran and the United States like this, and this. And maybe at first it seems like, oh, this is only the problem between two countries. But actually, this conflict is much more than. It includes political tension, possible military action, and even effect on the global economy. So, hello everyone, my name is Sharon Natalin Givenia Tanate with student ID number 25080574222, and in this video, I will explain for you how this conflict affects Switzerland countries, especially in areas like economy, international trade, investment, and business strategy. What's interesting is, even though Switzerland is not directly involved in this conflict, it's still affected by it. So, if you're curious why, keep watching this video. In short, the conflict between Iran and the United States is driven by political interest and influence in the Middle East. What's important is that this conflict takes place around the Strait of Hormuz, which is a major route for global oil distribution. So, even a small disruption can immediately affect global energy prices. First is country profile. When we hear Switzerland, we might immediately think of a country with beautiful scenery, right? But beyond that, Switzerland is also one of the most economically stable countries in the world. Its economy is supported by a strong service sector, especially banking, insurance, and global investment. In global trade, Switzerland holds a very strong position as an exporter of high-value products. It means export include pharmaceuticals, chemicals, machinery, and premium watches. This makes Switzerland one of the key players in global trade. However, its dependence on exports also makes it sensitive on disruption in international trade because a large portion of its economy relies on selling goods to other countries. So, when global demand weakens or trade routes are disrupted, Swiss exports can be directly affected. This can slow down economic growth and reduce overall business activity. And on the other hand, Switzerland has limited domestic energy resource. Most of its energy needs, especially oil and gas, still depend on imports. This makes Switzerland quite vulnerable to increase in global energy prices, especially when there are global conflicts that disrupt supply. As a result, even small increases in energy prices can raise production and transportation costs, and in the long term, this can put pressure on business and consumer alike. The second, we're going to talk about relation with Iran and the US. First is diplomatic relation. Switzerland is known as a neutral country that often acts as a diplomatic mediator. For example, in this conflict, Switzerland rejected certain military access requests from the US, including military flights. However, in specific situations, Switzerland still allows flights for humanitarian purpose. This is show how Switzerland maintains neutrality while continue its international role. 2 is trade relation. In terms of trade, Switzerland does have economic interactions with Iran, but on a relatively small scale. This trade is generally limited to humanitarian sectors such as medicine and pharmaceutical products due to various international sanctions. On the other hand, Switzerland's economic relationship with the United States much larger, covering industrial trade, investment, and the financial sector. During the conflict, this relationship continue but tend to be more cautious. And the third is geopolitical position. In geopolitically, Switzerland maintains its neutrality and is not part of any military alliance. However, this position actually makes Switzerland a trusted intermediary between Iran and the United States. One example is Switzerland's role in Tehran representing US interests in Iran. This shows that even as a neutral country, Switzerland still plays an important role globally. And last, we're going to talk about the impact of the conflict. First is economic impact. This conflict has led to an increase in global energy prices, which affect production and distribution costs. In addition, logistic costs also rise, causing the price of goods, including food, to increase. This contributes to inflation in Switzerland. And the second is trade impact. From a trade perspective, before the conflict, global conditions were relatively stable. But after tensions escalated, transportation costs became more expensive, distribution was disrupted, and everything became more uncertain. And as a result, companies in Switzerland have to spend more and face greater risk in their exports. And the third is business and investment. In a situation like this, Switzerland is known as a safe haven. This means many investors move their assets to Switzerland because it is considered safer and more stable. As a result, investment flows into Switzerland increase, especially the financial sector. And the fourth is business strategy. To deal with this condition, companies in Switzerland need to adjust their business strategies, starting from market diversification, cost efficiency, to building more flexible supply chains. In addition, geopolitical risk is becoming an important consideration in business decision making. So, from this video, we can see that the conflict between Iran and the US doesn't just affect those two countries, but also impact other countries like Switzerland, even those not directly involved. There are positive effects, but also challenges that must be faced. And this is also a reminder that in today's interconnected world, one conflict can affect many things, including global business and the economy. So hopefully, global conditions will become more stable in the future, and countries can be better prepared to face ongoing changes. See you and thank you.